for supporting me on Patreon. It means so much to me. Hey, welcome back or welcome if you're new to my channel. It feels rather strange creating and releasing content on a Friday instead of my usual upload days, Sunday. I've been talking and telling over at my Patreon where I create weekly exclusive ASMR content every Wednesday that I won't be able to record any content this Sunday. And instead of just disappearing, I was planning on making a Friday ramble. I am finally going on a vacation abroad for a couple of days. I got another vacation week due to having so much overtime at work that I got to trade it in. So I'm taking a couple of days off this week to travel to Spain. I'm planning on eating good, catching sun, tanning, maybe do some swimming, hopefully some shopping. I have never been to Spain and I would love to see what pretty dresses or skirts or tops or even shoes I will be able to find over there. So, as you might already understand, this is just a little ramble, chit chat, what's been going on in life, what will be going on, some thoughts for this channel, and so on. I have been a little bit off during my latest released content, and I can't lie, the heat wave that's been going on here in my Scandinavian country Sweden has been crazy. I live in the northern parts where it's usually not hot and not for so long. We've been having over 30 Celsius and I usually can't stand anything over 20. I know I'm traveling abroad, but being in another country is something different from how it is in your hometown, home country, all of that. So the heat has been making me rather drowsy, focusing on short format content. I've been making shorter videos, going through some different topics and all of that. I've been really enjoying creating my Scandinavian Swedish folklore tales, and I will be back doing that once I'm back home. Not maybe in the next week, but maybe sometime after that. I also really loved creating that clothing haul. Most of my clothes I do buy are secondhand. I really be getting into the site Vinted. Vinted is like not an auction site, but where you can sell secondhand clothes, shoes, or even items. So I've been buying that from sellers and just having nice clothes for, not trying to damage the climate or the environment and trying to live a little bit more frugal. This whole renovating my home for a year really drained my bank account, and I've seriously been having, this realization, how much do I really care about stuff. I don't feel, good spending a lot of money buying new clothes. I think clothes has become really expensive during these later years after COVID. Same goes for food. usually my only hobbies I do during the weekends other than game is being out in nature. I love going for walks, hikes, or even just sitting out. I have my special little places where I go as a ritual every weekend and just grill some, sausages or bread and you sit watching the evening sun go down. Other than that, I enjoy eating out, which can also be pretty expensive. So both of my hobbies, or all three of them, led it to me realizing I'm not spending so much time at home as I would like. I really need to get out. I need to move, I need to exercise, I need to do stuff that makes me happy. And every time that I come home, I see stuff everywhere. I collect some manga and anime figures. I collect my retro gaming World of Warcraft memorabilia. I even collect movie mugs. And I'm starting to feel how many of these items do I really, really love. For example, I had to get this special TV, bench or shelf or what do you call it, furniture to display all my movie mugs. And there's so many that you can't even see all of them. I don't use most of them, I just have them for collecting. And I can't say that I've been wanting to get any new mugs for almost a year now. I find ones I don't have at flea markets and I just let them be. I find them on Marketplace and I don't even want them. There has been a couple of new releases and I don't even bother about buying them. The only mug I really want to get to my collection is the last season mug for the Moomin Day, which might come in a year or two. So I am planning on starting to filter out which ones will I keep, which one will I have for investment, or which ones will I just sell off to someone who appreciates all of them. I will most likely still have the most expensive ones, as an investment, and the Christmas mugs because I do really love them during Christmas. But I really think it's time to let go and living a more free life, free of clutter, free of stress, and especially free of FOMO. And once we're talking about that, have you seen all the new hype around the Labubus? I don't get it. Most of the times there is something in our little human reptile brain that wants to collect or take care of cute things. The Labubus are cute, of course, but even here in Sweden I can't tell you how many children or teenagers or young adults I see with these little fellas. And it's crazy. I don't understand how passion and collecting has become something that is so, this is an old word, but hype-beast, or even seen as an investment. I don't get it, and I feel like I've been getting trapped with the movie mugs in the same way. I just realizing it now, like, why have I been getting so much stuff, even if I really do enjoy that and will be able to sell it? But will really people be able to sell the Labubus in a couple of years? Or are they just the new Stanley Cups? Don't know. I'm happy to not have stuff like that. I'm really happy to not buy into new trends. I love that I mostly buy everything second-hand, flea markets, vintage, marketplace. I'm happy to save money. I hope to buy my dream home in a couple of years, a little cabin that I will be living in forever. And getting rid of, unneeded clutter and things will really make, your brain a less foggy and less cluttery itself. I did buy second-hand a couple of vintage plates with animal and nature themes, and I did put them up in my kitchen. It looks a little bit old-fashioned, but I think that will be coming back in style. And I really do love anything having to do with nature. I know my camera makes my background look a little bit grey, but it's actually this really soft green color. I really want to live a life closer to nature, being a little bit more spiritual, doing the things I love but not in excess. That's why I'm focusing right now on decluttering, selling, giving away the close ones, not having so much of everything. I think that is pretty good for anyone and everyone. And that might even have some, reflection on my channel. I am trying not to buy too many new items to make content with. I only want to have my smaller orc or Tyranid Warhammer 40k army. I just want to have my World of Warcraft Heroes of Azeroth TCG collection. I don't want the other sets. I don't want to have too many figurines. I don't want to have all the art books, all the collector's editions, all the Brady games. Why should I use to fill up some shelves or, bookcases with that? It is used clutter for the soul. And the things I really do love and cherish, I will keep them forever, and I will have them on display over at my gaming setup. So actually, finally making that Swedish folklore series made me realize that I will start focusing on my World of Warcraft lore series. I am right about to be done with my prop of the book that is supposed to look to be out of the game that I will read out of during my lore videos, and I think that will be high quality content for my channel, and at the same time I can be more, climate and eco-friendly, even though most of my things I buy second hand, but I'm really trying to downscale on the shipping. It takes a lot on the climate, and if it's something that I don't really need, I will let it go. But if it's a piece that I really, really want to create content with, I will get it and I will keep it in my collection. So it's just not on this constant in and out going roll of climate. What do you call it? Not compensation. You call it, compromising. There it is, the climate. I might sound a little bit crazy when talking about this, but I really been trying to focus on my climate footprint. I think there's a lot of people here in Scandinavia, Sweden, thinking about that. I really do think you have a responsibility as a human to be kind to the world, to the nature. So that has been some changes in my life. I am really trying to do good. and it feels good to make smarter choices, both climate-wise and economically. I'm starting to feel like such a happy person once again, and I'm really happy to go through this in life. Thank you all so much for watching this very rambly video. I hope you don't think I sound a little bit, whimsy in any way talking about this, but it's very important to me with nature and the world. I really hope you have a wonderful week and weekend. I look forward to traveling for once, and after that I will be not setting my foot on a plane for a pretty good couple